Hey, it's live. Let's put it live.
Getting the white paper live was definitely a great moment. You know, it was a great sense of a milestone in the project. But also, when you build a new team of people, you don't always know how that team is going to come together. And the fact that we produced something of such high quality and all the different pieces that needed to come together came together was also just, you know, very reassuring in a sense that this rockstar team is going to pull this off.
Hey Tim, how are you feeling?
To be honest, I'm not really feeling great. I've been in bed since last night. I've got a temperature. I think it's proper flu.
Are you able to work at all, or are you just literally in bed?
No, I can't work. No.
Tim's got a team in Poland that are doing the development work on the site, and some of that team are also based in the West Coast in the US. And really the concern for me is that I'm going to need to support those people. Partly it's just having time, like having enough bandwidth in the day to support the teams that I'm running and to support his team. But also I don't have some of the skills that Tim has. There's just certain things that he can do that I can't do, or he can do much better than me. And we can't afford to lose time, but yeah, we also can't afford to make mistakes.
I'll look after the team, and if I can cover some of the projects that you're running, then let me know.
Maybe early next week I can start to do some work from home.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if we're lucky, it might only be a few days.
I mean, it's just timing, right? It's just the worst fucking timing. But anyway.
Really bad timing.
Yeah. All right, mate.
Clearly, I want to be ready. Clearly, I want to be okay for New York as well next week. So.
Yeah, totally. Feel better. I'll talk soon.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
I'll speak to you later. I'll let you know how it's going.
Yeah.
I'll text you, okay?
Come on.
All right,
Okay, bye. It's one of those moments. What do? Do you laugh or do you cry? Yeah. So we're just going down to see Brightbee, who are a PR company. They've just started the last couple of days promoting the token sale. So we're just going to get an update really on seeing how it's going. John Dashinsky, who's one of our advisors, he's going to be at his first meeting with the PR company on Skype. And so we're going to chat about his role and how we can use his background and experience to support the PR. And one of the issues we need to discuss is that he was influential with ALS and the Ice Bucket Challenge, and just really how to portray that and use that as a kind of bait to get media in a way that he's also going to be happy with and satisfied with. So yeah, that's also on the agenda.
Hello everybody.
There you go.
I will look at you guys and appreciate the fact that you can't see me.
Well, I'm kind of assuming you're probably sat there in your boxer shorts or something. So anyway.
I'll leave you with that mental image.
Thank you, you're so kind. You guys obviously know who John is. Obviously, we've had some conversations about what he can potentially bring to it, and I know we've got possibly the BBC interested in doing I think it's the CEO Secrets series that they were talking about.
Goes up on the BBC News website in the business section. Their angle here is to talk to you about the secret that that maybe made the Ice Bucket Challenge go viral, and then we need to tie that into Giftcoin. It's kind of the next wave of viral giving, or the social feedback loop, that sort of thing.
This is great, and obviously happy to work with you. I do have some sensitivities around this because everybody seems to have picked up on the fact that John is the guy who's behind the Ice Bucket Challenge, and it's factually wrong, and it's also morally wrong. I need to be positioned as the guy who's going to tell the story from the impartial observer thing. Somebody who happened to just be on the inside to watch what happened, not the guy who actually made it happen.
Perhaps the angle is something around how to kind of create opportunity for something to happen, and then how that has its own life and its own energy, and in a sense, no one controls what really moves and doesn't move on social media.
I mean, I can see what you're trying to do here, Tom, and I have a huge amount of respect for it. You're trying to put a little bit of a square peg into a round hole here, and I'm determined to make life as simple yet as difficult as I possibly can for you. What the Ice Bucket Challenge was over a period of time, empowering the people who were on the front lines of the struggle with the hope and the tools to go forth and actually challenge the status quo. So the tie-in with Giftcoin is a very, very powerful one, because what Giftcoin is doing is giving the power to those who are on the front lines. It's capable of changing the entire way that organizations work. That's the game changer here. So I'm happy to put the Ice Bucket Challenge hat on if it helps get that message across. But I happen to think that in a world where, particularly in the UK, there's a hell of a lot of talk around fundraising. To have somebody who's been a fundraiser for 15 or 20 years turn around on TV or in the media and say, listen, charities are fundamentally structured to fund programs, not solve problems. And we want to solve problems. I think, and hence why Giftcoin is such an important innovation, I think is a message that potentially would resonate as well.
Totally, and look, these guys want to get the best hooks they can. It's all about communication, and of course, I want to get the best press we can, but I also want to be respectful of these pieces, and I'm sure there's a way forward. So yeah, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Something that you find in business is you always want to make as much noise as you can. You want to get as much media attention as you can. You want to get as much kind of social noise and marketing as you can. But you also want to do things in a way which really stand by your integrity. My thing has always been to really stick to the facts and the truth, because then you build trust and people really believe in you. And that's always a tricky thing when you're trying to do PR, because you need to give the media a hook. You need to give them the best story that you can. But you also want that story to reflect the ethics and the truth of who you are as an organisation and what you stand for.
In terms of charities, and one of the reasons why, from my perspective and from some of our partners' perspective, that we kind of interested in what you're doing is because there's a lot of opportunity, especially in the corporates, and this perspective that we see it is that we can definitely get corporates involved in what you're doing.
The essence of our business model is creating trust and transparency in charitable giving.
Yeah.
And I mean that I think is pretty much a kind of slam dunk, kind of like everyone can see that's something that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like a lot of money that goes into the charitable sector comes from corporate social responsibility programs, comes from philanthropists, and those people almost more than anyone else want to know that the money's going to the right place.
We have a program called broad-based Black Empowerment.
Okay.
So basically what happens is, by law, if you want to deal with any institution, a government institution, and any business that's large and significant, you have to have a BE scorecard. And the scorecard says how many black people do you have working within your business, and based on the amount of black people, you get graded.
Wow.
And if you don't have a certain amount, and you are not on a specific grade, you don't get to partake in business with government or with any large institution.
Huh.
So if you give back to the community 1.5% of your total profit per year, all corporates have to do this. As long as you're giving it back to a non-profit organization or to a solely black-owned business to help them grow and uplift themselves in the community, then you get your full points in that particular pillar. So there's a big drive for all corporates to find charities to give money back to that they can almost trust and guarantee that the money's going somewhere logically. There's a lot of corruption in the country.
Right.
So I think Giftcoin could do really well in South Africa.
I think you're
in a massive way, because it's almost, and this is why I was asking, how do we generate revenue? Because all B2B business there, you can literally walk into every single corporate and sign a deal.
That's really interesting. I'll put on speakerphone so you can hear it. He might not pick up, by the way.
It's okay.
Timothy, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
I just had a very interesting meeting.
This was with, just remind me who you're meeting.
This is with Dave. He reckons he can bring £100,000 to the pre-sale.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you think
I think it's legit. I was quite reserved and conservative. Like, you know, do you think that's reasonable? You know, we've only got these timescales. Yeah, this guy's the real fucking deal. The other thing that he said that was really fucking interesting is they've got this whole thing going on in South Africa, kind of like a reverse apartheid, effectively, trying to build up the black population. And there's 1.5% of profits in the country going to charity. You're talking about, like, you know, completely fucking game changing for us.
No, that's good. Great.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Tim. Cheers, man. Bye. Bye.
Thankfully, Tim is feeling better and back in the office, which frankly is a huge relief. And he managed, I mean, the kind of trooper that he is, he managed to actually do quite a lot of stuff from bed, despite the fact he had a raging temperature and was pretty damn sick. Pretty good news, we're about to leave for New York in the next couple of days, and we've got a whole bunch of investor meetings out there. We're there for the CoinDesk investor conference, and we have a bunch of other meetings there, and you know, it was pretty nerve-wracking in a sense, being away from the London team, and knowing that we're going to be so consumed by meetings in a different time zone, of just making sure that we can keep together all the pieces that we need to keep this project on track.
So something weird's going on. Bridget noticed it, and I've noticed it. You can't post to Facebook from the Giftcoin website.
Okay, so what's happening is that?
I don't know, but every time it says it's blocked, like the website's blocked by Facebook.
What happens when you try and post it?
It just comes up as mechanism when you do it. No, it's not just us. No one can post a link from Giftcoin onto Facebook, which means Facebook, which is the place where much of the action is, we can't do it.
No, I understand.
I messaged JB. What JB thinks it is because we bought the domain from someone else. Whoever had the domain before must have done something which has pissed off Facebook.
I've read about this. He's like being blacklisted somehow.
Yeah. If we can't, and no one else can post Giftcoin.org on Facebook, all the money and all the work and all the creativity that's going into the social strategy is basically fucking pointless.
There's nothing I can really do about it, is there? I can't call up Mark Zuckerberg on his personal number. I wish I had it. JB knows the people at Facebook, right? Okay. Maybe we can accelerate the process, but even if you find someone that's senior on Facebook, it's still going to take a while for them to find the right person, call it up, get it sorted out. You know how it is.
Facebook is, as you know, it's a fucking ginormous company, and they're not quick to do stuff. They don't like. When we've had issues in the past and stuff on other businesses, we contact them. It does normally in the end get solved, but it can take weeks.
Yeah, it could take weeks. Could take weeks.
Yeah, it's an endless list of shit right now that we're battling against.
Pretty much.
So yeah, all right. Let's see what happens.